Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. What's going on, guys? I was going to hold off on covering this because I'm very tired, and tomorrow I got to hop on a plane and catch a flight out of town to actually go meet up with a complainant. Um, Definitely, it's going to be a long day tomorrow, but I don't see anybody covering this, and I'm like, why isn't anybody covering this new information that just came out? And for those of you who are reading this picture that I have, behind me, this is an employee of Hunters Creek Middle School, the same school that Madeline Soto went to. What did this guy do? Well, read the caption. School employee accused of having CSAM material on their phone. Yeah. Another one from the Kissimmee section of Florida, that Orlando region. I mean, first we had to deal with Madeline Soto going through what she went through. And she's not the first nor the last, but I mean, we're covering it. So we're covering what Madeline went through. And then we had the whole Santa situation. And then we had the whole registered sex offender who was on Reddit, who was actually running and in ownership at that time, at least, of the Madeline Soto Reddit blog, which was the largest Reddit forum for Madeline Soto with over 11,000. Now it's over 12,000 people currently tuning into that blog. Like, when does it end? And now we have an employee that Madeline may or may not have known who's found with CSAM material on their phone. Guys, we got to get into this, man. This is bananas. I want to go ahead and at least play the news. I mean, I haven't even watched the news. We're kind of reacting to this together. I read that this was the guy who was arrested, so at least I'm not saying the wrong person, but we're going to listen to this together. I didn't watch this news. Let's see what's going on here. We got to catch the ad first.
All right. We turn now to Orange County, where this middle school employee is in jail this morning, and he's facing federal charges after investigators say they found images of child pornography on his phone. WESH 2 Spencer Tracy joins us from headquarters of the Orange County Public School System with the latest from investigators.
All right, so real quick, just to make some clarifications for those of you who may be a little bit confused, because he's saying Orange County, but we're used to hearing Osceola County. Well, Osceola County, to say correctly, if I'm saying it correctly. Remember that Madeline Soto was not going to the school that was actually in her district. She was actually going to school outside of her district. So if I have it correctly, if I have it incorrect, please correct me. It's okay. I won't be upset. I'll make a correction in another video. My understanding is that the Kissimmee section falls under the Osceola County, and this area where the school is at is a different county. I could be wrong. I don't live over there. I'm kind of figuring this out like you guys, all right? These are foreign areas to me that we're kind of like getting into our membrane because we're interested in the case and we're trying to find out the facts for the case. So if I'm wrong, then please do correct me. But it seems like this is the same exact school that Madeline Soto went to. Let's keep going.
That's right. And he also worked at the Boys and Girls Club at Hunters Middle School as well, where he taught chess and music lessons. Prosecutors say he held such a public position where he had regular access to children. And that's what makes this even more disturbing. We spoke with parents and they say they were shocked to hear this. Now, this is the employee who was arrested. It's 36-year-old Mitchell Regan. He's currently being held in the Marion County Jail. The federal complaint says he had several child sex images on his phone. Prosecutors say he preferred high school age images, but used images of younger children to trade. The Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida.
See, this gives more weight to the people who have that theory, a theory I haven't subscribed to, but the people who have the theory that this is some type of ring that exists where these pedophiles are trading this CSAM material and that Stephen Stearns may have been a part of that network. We're constantly finding people who are doing this same thing in that area. The Santa guy and his son, they were taking pictures of neighborhood children, compromising positions, actually abusing some of them, recording it. And what were they doing? They were putting it out there on the internet to trade with other people. Stephen Stearns, same thing. tons and tons and tons and tons of videos of Maddie, 1,700 videos and pictures of him abusing Maddie, and 35,000 pictures of CSAM material that did not include Maddie, that has total strangers in it. Where is he getting those pictures from? You can't just go on the web and download that stuff. You got to be some type of tech savvy, because the FBI, local jurisdictions, they're all over the web with this stuff. So you got to know what you're doing. You got to be in these little circles. You have to operate in these dark corners of the web. And it seems like Stephen Stearns was doing it, because guess what? If he didn't kill Manny, nobody would have found it. Nobody would have found it on his phone. Nobody would have known that he possessed this material. Here comes this guy doing the exact same thing that Santa did, doing the exact same thing that Stephen Stearns did, doing the exact same thing that the moderator for the Reddit Madeline Soto forum was doing, because he was convicted of possession of CSAM material. They're all doing the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a connection? Is there a connection? People get upset when you have theories on YouTube, but this is how you solve cases. We have to ask ourselves a question. Is there a connection between these people? Because they all seem to be doing the same exact thing. Let's keep going.
Sent West to a statement saying that Regan was fired and will no longer have access to their programs or facilities. The organization goes on to say that it has no reason to believe this arrest is related to or impacts any students in their after-school zone program. Regan admitted to sending and receiving the pictures, but said he deleted everything a few months ago because he, quote, felt bad about it. Now, the principal at Hunters Creek.
So I think they got him. They pretty much traced him on the web. That's what happened. So it's not like he left his phone or something like that, and somebody was able to get possession of the phone and see these materials. They obviously was doing an investigation into him, and they pulled him in when they were ready to pull him in, and he gave a full confession, basically. And I guess he thought that if he mitigated it by saying, oh, I felt bad and I deleted, that somehow it would work out in his favor. But unfortunately, just possessing it is enough for you to be prosecuted and possibly convicted. So by him giving that small confession, he kind of pretty much doomed himself. Pretty much. He pretty much doomed himself by giving the statement that he just gave. Let's keep going.
Middle School says during the investigation, he will not return to any of the schools. Now, as for Regan, he is due back in court this afternoon in Marion County. Of course, we will continue to stay on this story. I'm reporting in Orlando this morning. I'm Spencer Tracy, West 2 News.
So I'm wondering, like, is he currently with Stephen Stearns? Did they give him a bail? Let's read the article. Sometimes the articles give you a little bit more than the actual video file, whatever. It's late and I'm ready for bed. Orlando, Florida. An Orlando, Florida middle school teacher was arrested on criminal complaint charging him with possession of CSAM material. The U.S. Department of Justice announced Monday, so the feds went after him. They did a sting on him. They did. Mitchell Reagan, 36 of Leesburg, faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in federal prison if convicted. Wow. According to the complaint, Homeland Security investigators executed a search warrant at Reagan's home on October 17th, where it located an image of a child sexual abuse material on his phone. So I figured that's what happened. You guys see, I just told you that. Like he didn't lose his phone or something. They did an investigation and kind of pulled him in. I knew that's what happened. I didn't even read this, but I figured that's what happened. Reagan told law enforcement that he was employed at middle school. He went and downloaded material that was probably baited online, that was being monitored by the feds. The feds saw what he was doing, got his IP, all that extra stuff, did their investigation, and then they reeled him in. They basically did a search warrant on the house, found the material. Now he's screwed. He's fucked. I'm sorry, didn't mean to curse. Sorry. He's screwed. He really is. Let's keep going. Reagan told law enforcement he was employed at the middle school in Orlando and taught chess and music lessons at the Boys and Girls Club. A cyber tip led investigations to Reagan, and on his devices, they found sexually explicit images of children, including females engaged in sexual activity with an adult male inside of a vehicle. The DOJ said Reagan admitted to agents that he had sent and received child sexual abuse material using an online social media platform. Investigators say Reagan holds a position of public trust with regular access to children. Let's keep going. He should not be working with kids. That's all that I can think of, said Tamara Howard, a parent outside Hunter Street Middle School. Wow. When questioned by investigators, Reagan said he deleted the images months ago, saying he felt bad about it. He also admitted that he used the content of younger children to trade to get other images. The complaint said that Reagan said his fantasy age of preference was high school age. So what he's saying is he had younger material, but he wasn't into that. But he knew that some of these guys on the line wanted the younger material, so he would trade the younger material for older material, hebephile stuff, teenager stuff. So, all right, let's keep going. Message for the principal says, I was notified by a law enforcement employee of our school was arrested in another county. Reagan was placed on leave while the school district participated in an investigation. The Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida confirmed Reagan worked for the organization and was jointly employed at Hunters Creek Middle School as part of the after-school zone program. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. While Reagan is expected to appear before a judge on Tuesday in Ocala. Oh, wow. That's very interesting, very, very sad, guys. I want to look up something. I want to make sure that I'm giving correct information. I want to see if there's another Hunters Creek Middle School in that area, which would be odd if they had two schools named the same exact thing. But I want to definitely go ahead and bring up that Google Earth and see if see what we could get out of it. Let's just do a quick gander on the map. See what we find. All right. So go ahead and bring you guys in on this. All right. So let's see. Hunters Creek Middle School, Orange County. All right. That looks about right. Yeah, it's the same school, guys. It's the same school. I even have the pin here from when we did a previous deep dive on this address. This is the same school as Madeline Soto. This is the same school, ladies and gentlemen. This is a church where Stephen Stearns claims that he dropped Madeline off. I have the pin there as well. And this is Hunters Creek Middle School. So now, in the span of a year, the people of this community has been exposed to 3 pedophiles engaging in CSAM production and CSAM trading and distribution. 3 in the span of 1 year, in less than a year, 2024. Stephen Stearns, this teacher, let me put this guy up here. Let's put this guy up here. Mitchell Reagan. Stephen Stearns, Mitchell Reagan, Santa. And in a grander scheme, Madeline Soto was exposed, her legacy rather, was exposed to that pedophile. I need to switch it over, sorry. Who at some point, some people are saying now that he may have been the one that set up the Madeline Soto Reddit in the first place. I don't know if that's been 100% verified as of yet, but at least for a while, he was the owner and chief moderator of the Madeline Soto Reddit website. And he's a sex offender, and he was convicted of trading CSAM material. When does this stop? Somebody made this comment in the comment section of one of my videos I did, and they said, when can this little girl get peace and be free from these predators? And the question is, or rather the answer is, I don't know. Because every time we turn on the news, we see another predator that seems to be associated with her story. This man, Mitchell Reagan, is associated with her story, in my opinion, because this guy worked in the school, most likely when she went to that school as well. We got to verify what his employment times were. We'll see if we could figure that out. But this is a teacher and an after-school person, a person who worked for the after-school. He works in the school. Some of these reports, I just read teacher. I'm not sure if he's a teacher, but he's an employee of the school, and he also worked for the Boys and Girls Club in the after-school program. This guy's working from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. And he's trading in CSAM of high school girls and underage children as well. They're all underage, but prepubescent as well, but he's using, according to him, he's using a prepubescent to trade for high school girls. Sick. He's sick. And once again, the same gosh darn school that Madeline Soto attended lost her life, was said to have been the last place that she was seen alive, which was a lie, which was not true. Shame. I want to bring this to you guys' attention because I haven't seen this on the web. If other people have been covering it, I just didn't notice it. I apologize. I don't think I'm the first one, but certainly I just did not see anybody else covering it. So I wanted to make sure that I brought this to you guys' attention because knowledge is power. And the only way we're going to fix these things is by bringing awareness, shining that light into that darkness, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, as we're shining our light, as we're shining our beacon, as we're trying to be a beacon for victims, survivors, and warriors here on the Strategic Eyes Show, as we try and give a voice to the voiceless here on the Strategic Eyes Show, what do we see, ladies and gentlemen? The brighter we shine that beacon, the darker things seem to get. We're going down the rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're here to go on that journey with me because it's a lonely road and I don't want to be by myself, but we are going down that rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen. And the more we're looking, the more we're finding. This is just disgusting. What's the odds of that? I know I'm trying to end this show and I keep going back, but gee, what is the odds of that, ladies and gentlemen, that this beautiful angel, Madeline Soto, could lose her life in such a horrible way? In a specific way and suffer in a specific way. And yet, the more we look at this community, the more we see people doing the same thing, minus the murder. They're all peddling in CSAM. And when you're peddling CSAM, you're going to have victims to create that material. Shame. Shame. Thank God for law enforcement out there doing God's work, trying to remove these guys from our families, from our communities, from our schools. But something's got to change, ladies and gentlemen, because it appears to me that we've got a bigger problem than we're willing to admit to. It seems to me we've got a problem on a level of a drug epidemic. We've got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. We got a problem as big as inflation right now. And we got to do something about it. Like and subscribe, join the channel. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Consider joining our Patreon and our membership. I'll see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace.